Welcome to my region.
Simulation
Everyone.
City.
I'm in Jeff's region.
You're all up in my region.
I'm up in your region. Ooh, it's nice and roomy.
Nacho region.
Up in my Nacho Gulch here.
Some's covered in sauce in your Nacho Gulch.
It's where the chips.
Creamy and golden.
It's the cheesiest.
You know what they say in Nacho Gulch?
What do
What?
they say in Nacho Gulch, Jeff?
Let the chips fall where they may. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Like a tortilla chip.
I guess I do.
Yeah. Yeah, like a tortilla chip.
Is this my grandfather's SimCity?
Oh, if only. No, this is the all-new SimCity, the SimCity,
the
fifth
SimCity.
SimCity, SimCity 5. This is Nacho Gulch. It is a 3-city region, which should tell you everything you need to know,
I don't know what that
to
means.
indicate that this is not your grandfather's SimCity. There's basically... The regions are made up of multiple cities. You can have different people playing each city. In this city, I am playing 2 of the cities. I'm playing Delta City, and then when I filled that one up, I started Old Dirty City.
Needs coal.
Which needs coal, apparently. And then at some point, Alex jumped in and started this city over here, which then he didn't play a lot of it, which then made it really hard for me to build my great work because he was not contributing to the greater good.
Okay, and there's room for one more city?
No.
Oh.
That's it.
Oh, yeah,
It's a
look at that. This is a
3-city
mountain.
region.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
So this is a 3-city region. There are other regions that can have
Like
more
16,
cities.
I think, is the
Wow.
upper
Okay.
limit.
But
and
these
and
are-
those
these-
larger regions can have like 5 great works in them. Even
Wow.
it gets up pretty large.
What's
but
the
this
minimum?
is the smallest. This is the smallest. So
But these regions are prefab, right? This is not just
yeah, no, you're not out here flattening this land out here. You work in these lines,
Right.
These clearly defined
no
lines here.
crap.
This is my city, and this is as large as it can get.
That seems seems kind of small.
It's really small.
This is the demo city, which it's pretty shocking to me that this is one of the cities in the final game because the impression that I got from that and from when I played the game before it was out at Maxis was that the cities were going to be a lot bigger than this.
No, even if you go to those larger regions, the cities seem to be this exact size.
Wait.
This is it.
Come on.
We'll go create a new region later and check for ourselves. But this is Delta City. It's been through some business.
So this is your primary?
This is my primary city. It's had some ups and downs, and right now it's kind of in a rebuilding phase. Let's get it running again. I've got it paused. We'll get it running at the slowest speed. And this is my city, so I've got it zoned. You kind of see here, for the colorblind at home, maybe these colors look the same.
Wait,
so yeah, this is industrial over here. This is residential over here.
Oh, no.
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
And then I've got commercial interspersed
can
without
see.
here. But yeah, a lot of industry over here. I've got my university over here.
Hey, can you bring up your weather patterns, your wind upper?
Hang on, I've got yet more abandoned buildings.
Seems to be your number one problem here is building abandonment.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, generally things are on the up and up. I'm still profitable. I've still got things coming in, but there's some issues that are preventing my city from being at its best. I'll pause it here. And weather table, is that what you're looking weather?
You had it up on that the map that you had up with the zoning on it. There was another option for weather stuff. So close that map. Top left, or I'm sorry, no. Within that little group there, the wind map. I'm just curious to see if this is okay. So this is different. Okay.
Mirror's Edge.
Yeah. So the wind goes in that direction, which is useful if I have my industrial here. It is
Oh, I see. Right.
blowing out,
Yeah.
so it doesn't blow over.
That's someone else's
the city.
problem.
But there are a lot of sick people in my city right now.
Is it because of your industrial?
Yeah, I went pretty heavily industrial this time because there was not a lot of commercial demand. As you can see here, my RCIs over here.
Yeah.
There's an insatiable appetite for industry in this region. I don't know what's going on, but they just want more of it. Commercial, like they're fine with what we got. Residential, they want to live here, but I'm out of space.
Oh yeah.
So I can try to plop landmarks and stuff to raise the density of some of the residential that I've got, but
it's this.
I feel like I'm done.
It's
like
this
there's more
roundabout
to do, but
thing,
I
right?
feel,
like
yeah.
it's this thing where it's like you can't just say build a big ass skyscraper
Right.
here.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, well, you have to put the stuff around
To make
your
the
city.
land value such that the density increases.
And you don't zone for different densities?
No, there's no density zoning. You build roads with density in mind, and that is a limiting factor as to how big the buildings around it can grow.
Okay.
So you can see here, this is the high density streetcar avenue. It's 6 lanes. It's got streetcar stops in it, and I've got a streetcar station up here that spits out streetcars. That's all fine and good. But then the rest of these roads, I've got high density roads, which are kind of your regular 4-lane blacktops. You can build dirt roads. You can build low density streets, but this is only going to see maximum density supported low. So if you've got these streets around your zones, they're never going to get big. But since you start with next to no money, you start here and work your way up.
Of course.
It's very easy to upgrade your roads.
Yeah.
Provided, of course, that you don't want to go from this high-density 4-lane to this big old 6-lane.
Well, as long as you don't
you
want to
can
go
see-
from road to avenue.
Yeah, if you want to go from road to avenue, that requires some work, which caused me at one point. So, this was my initial city, and I built it one way, and then got to a point where I was like, I don't know that I can do any more. There's no more room for growth here. Because it was zoned in such a way that the roads were placed in such a way that didn't, I couldn't squeeze more out of it. So I said, well, I need to be more intelligent about it. And as you can see, I've gone and drawn roads around the edges to try and fit in the maximum number of zones as possible. And that caused me to bulldoze my entire city and start over.
Oh, wow.
Without resetting the game.
Sure.
Just in the course
Just
of the
in
life
the course
of this.
because I'd already spent $1 million on starting the arcology and all this other
Yeah.
stuff, and I was like, well, this city still has a lot of money. It's just losing a lot fast. And as soon as I started bulldozing, it was a bloodbath. I had to pause the game and destroy the entire city to prevent from losing all this money.
That sounds like, life in Delta City, man.
So
It's all about progress.
So another good reason why there are a lot of people getting sick in my city and a lot of buildings in this area that are going abandoned. Let's drop the radiation map here.
Oh, hey.
There's been an issue in this corner of the map that has left some amount of radiation. I don't know. There's only an oil power plant and then a hastily thrown in solar power plant over here. I don't know what could have happened.
Could you elaborate on... I'm thinking about buying a house in Delta City. Could you elaborate on the zone over there?
Buy it out here.
Stick near the coastline if you can.
If you have to work for a living,
Yeah.
work at the garbage dump.
Why don't you just...
Or the trade depot, or there's some downtown places over. You know what? Commute out of town, but drive fast when you leave.
don't work in the new... What's that big building there? What's that? Oh, nice!
Yep, right next to City Hall.
Right next to City Hall.
This shit where you
And
eat.
the university.
Where you live. That's great.
Hey, you know
Yep.
what? I'm a mayor. I'm here in the middle of it.
Yep, you're mayor of the people, man.
That's right.
You're just hoping to get
Arms,
superpowers.
sleeves rolled up.
You're going to work,
Here
man.
working.
Only because the sleeves irritate your sensitive, chewed up skin.
The nuclear power plant worked so well for so long.
Yep. That's the thing.
And it's so you have to have skilled workers
Yeah.
to have a nuclear power plant.
Yeah.
And at one point, I bulldozed all the schools, but it still said it was safe. It still said the worker level was safe. And then I started seeing up here, we're worried about unskilled workers and stuff like that. And I was like, well, that seems weird. And then an alarm went off, and all of a sudden, if I zoomed in tight over here, it started making radiation noises. And,
Like wah 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 wah.
yeah,
wah.
no, like Geiger counter, like
Okay, sure.
that sort of stuff.
What's this map we're looking at right
This is
now?
the power map. This is power. A lot of your different things in the city are shown this way. This is the water map, and this is
what's
where
drawing the most and
it's kind of just where water's going.
Got
you
it.
know? Yeah. And this is where my current problem with the game lies. I seem to have run into a bug where it doesn't.
Why? Yeah, why?
It's water's not getting here.
we need water.
Do you just need more sources of water?
I've got my water table. If I pick one of these up, it'll. Down here, it's
bad. It's
you
bad.
don't want
It's-
any of this
that's
water. There's
not-
a lot of water here. You do not want this water.
There's really not a lot of water elsewhere in your town.
Yeah,
though.
there's some water over here.
Those are low
There's-
numbers.
There's a little bit of water over here.
like on average in a good city, like you're seeing like 1,600.
well, there used to be plenty of water here, but this is where the water pump used to be.
Okay.
And it sucked it all out,
Oh,
and that was
no.
that. So you kind of have to constantly move
Finite
your water
resources.
around. So that's where the multi-region play kind of comes in, is that if you are short on a resource,
Yeah.
theoretically, you would pump out to region view here, and if we go on water here, it says I am using 51.5 gallons, 1,000 gallons per hour of this. This much is available for this much money from one of these other cities. So at some point, this city got full up, and I said, let's start another city. Now let's go over to Old Dirty City.
Sounds like a great place to live. Can you export
No,
radiation?
this is the very definition of a bedroom community right here.
Man.
Its only purpose is to serve Delta City.
It didn't start out that way. It started out because I'd filled up Delta City and gotten bored with it. So I was like, well, I guess I'm supposed to build another city? And so this one has this fat water pumping station. It's going to be good for 106 months. That's never going to come. We'll be fine forever. But then, I dropped down some sick-ass monuments and stuff to try and raise some land level. As I've got some industry over here. You see, the RCIs are kind of consistent across the region. Because workers will kind of commute a little bit. I got a passenger rail station. I've got an airport in this one. Just a municipal airport. And this is probably a good time to look at building editing. So I've added on to the airport with cargo terminals and then also a passenger terminal.
So how much more can you add on here? Or are you maxed out?
Let's see. I mean, yeah, it looks like, I could. There's another point right there.
Yeah.
It looks like I can add one more thing, or at least one more cargo terminal with runways. I could add more runways from the looks of it. So
all the or not all of, but
not
a lot of
many
the
of the major buildings, the coal power plant here. I've added on this advanced coal generator, which is it's better at generating power and theoretically generates slightly less air pollution. As if anyone cares about that. But I currently don't have it.
White, so.
Yeah, smoke's white, so it's fine.
Yeah.
This is only accepting local coal deliveries, and there's no coal being generated here, so I should turn this on. It'll go buy coal and bring a coal truck to town every time we need coal.
So as far as you know, or maybe you do know, is it only taking from stuff in your region, or can it go outside the region?
This will go outside the what for coal?
Yeah, for anything. Like the 3 cities in your region, is that it, or can it go to another region?
It won't go to another region. It'll just pull coal in from some magical market.
Oh, okay.
So if the trade depot here, there's the global market, so we can pull in raw ore. So I have a mine that's extracting raw ore, and I'm just selling it as it comes in. And that's extra money I'm getting. If I wanted to deliver that ore locally to local businesses, I could do that as well. Or if I needed ore for something, I could import it. I see if I were to plop a coal storage spot here, I could be importing coal that way as well. But you don't need to. The coal power plant will import its own coal.
Sounds like dirty business anyway.
We've got an expo center here, so if we want to schedule an event.
Yeah, E3.
The expo center could do motocross, a sports event, or a rock concert. I've got enough money for any of them. Which one do you think?
Are there like pluses and minuses?
Well, this one's for low and medium wealth residents and tourists at the rock concert, but only low wealth residents and tourists want to see motocross. There's a lot of judgment calls about the quality of event and this low wealth, medium wealth. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
You can only do that one on Sundays.
There are achievements in the game, as Drew. The achievement for holding a successful event is called Sunday.
Nice.
So
sounds like you have now made
this
a
music
fair.
is getting loud.
Yeah. Is it did you just make Tristram? You cutting it down?
It's getting out of hand over here.
Turn your radio off!
Turn your radio off, please, caller. All right, so that'll start at 5 p.m. It's midnight right now. That's going to be a while. So
traffic will increase and stuff?
I
hope something.
I don't know if traffic will. You'll see lights coming out of this thing, and basically you'll see the current payout negative 15,000. No attendance. We have to wait for the event to start to see. This is a bit of a gamble.
Can you wait until 7:59 and then cancel the event?
Probably.
Yeah.
I've got another. I threw in some.
Just building shit.
Nice stuff because people kept abandoning these houses.
Oh.
So I thought maybe if I put something nice there, they would stop. And it seems like that works, but that's a weird way to fix it.
Got a traffic jam coming into your town right now.
Yeah, that's always like that. I don't know. That's always like that. It's like that in my other city too, and I have the highest density avenue coming off the freeway. So I think that's just how it is. I don't know.
How far can you zoom in on that traffic jam? Can you see inside a person's car? Oh, that's it. Oh, damn! Look at them cars.
Yeah, so it'll let you get pretty fine, and we can actually
got some weeds
we can
on
follow
here.
this moving truck. This moving truck's just passing through.
Okay.
What? Why? Go away. Weirdo.
Coming from the region.
Yeah, let's follow that thing in traffic. I want the real experience. Just want to sit in
What it's like
traffic.
to come to town like, ugh.
Whoa.
Yeah, this traffic light's not balanced very well at all.
Well, that bus trying to change
I hit
lanes.
follow, and it apparently it's not gonna
Not
follow
gonna
that.
leave your city.
Yeah, so you can zoom in on streets and see. It's nighttime, so we're not going to see a lot of people out, but you can follow individual people if you
What's
like
that
to.
thing?
And that's
Is that a water pump?
like, yeah, this is a water pump over here. So you get a little hints from, hey, this guy is hurt,
Ah.
or this is rather a general statement about the quality of healthcare in the area. Here we see the road is not connected over here. The road tool, not happy with it.
Why?
Because stuff like that occasionally happens.
Oh.
And sometimes trying to create intersections, it just does weird stuff.
Just
and
freaks
it does
out.
not behave in the way that you feel like it should.
How'd you build this bridge?
Yeah, I just dragged up,
And it did it?
and it did it.
That's a steep bridge.
It is a steep bridge. And then I built this useless road over here. Can't do anything here. This is just it let me build it, so I built it. But
Yeah, I kind of ended up in a similar state. I've played on
can't
this
go up
map
and down.
before.
It's too steep to connect this to
Oh,
this.
no.
Yeah, you can't
So-
terraform severely enough to make any difference there. So
Yeah,
And it
so
can't-
you're kinda
can't go
screwed.
outside
I can't
the
even
region.
make a left turn here because of it like just says, what does it say? Cannot create smooth enough terrain for road here.
What?
I don't even know. Like none of that looks that rough that it can't do this. But
What are those lines on the roads, or would
it draws
be those?
grids for the last two roads that you've moused over to try and say like, hey, for maximum density, you kind of want to build.
Well, it shows you a
this,
grid right
in this
there.
grid. Yeah, exactly, and it shows this grid even though a road can't go there.
Oh, man.
That's yeah.
Can you do any kind of terraforming?
No. I could remove trees. So if I wanted to terraform this over here and remove these trees, I could. But
you can't raise or
I could
lower?
just zone. No.
Well, that seems a little limited.
Yeah, I agree.
And so, Ryan, you said you played the same map, and it's exactly the same?
yeah,
It doesn't generate any of this stuff dynamically?
no.
No, the regions are the regions. When you go to start a game, you choose which region you want to play in, then you choose which plot in that region you want to use.
See what the cops are doing. Zoom in on the cops down there.
What? Where?
Right there.
Oh, God.
Oh no, there's a fire.
Just demolish that building.
You cannot bulldoze buildings that are on fire.
Jesus.
I think it's nice that you can do that, but I really think when you zoom in, it looks like crap. It just doesn't like.
And how... you have
Obviously, you know, it's not gonna look awesome when you zoom in like this, but like the tilt shift effect they're trying to go for, like this is all the default settings. Everything just looks blurry and messy. I think you can actually disable
the tilt shift.
tilt
can.
shift,
But is this
or
about as
I
high
can
as
set
it
it
goes?
to less.
Yeah.
I see.
That just reveals that like, oh, this is really low poly stuff, but maybe that's better than the weird kind of blur. I don't know. I really like the idea of tilt shift, but when you're actually trying to play the game and see what the hell's going on, you're just like, look, get your cutesy junk out of the way. I'm creating over here. Creating.
So it seems like the ability to like run multiple cities is supposed to be their answer to the city size issue.
I guess.
I
but
guess.
it ended up in me playing this second city as a real min-max situation. So
Right.
like my city hall didn't need most of the additional add-ons that you earn, like Department of Transportation and stuff like that, because those unlock on a regional level. So because those existed in my other city, I have zero reason to put them here.
Gotcha.
Oh, like that impacts that for the entire region.
Right. So I put a Department of Tourism here because the other city hall didn't have it.
Right.
And now I have everything unlocked. Ideally, you know, you'd have 3 different people playing 3 different
Yeah.
cities, and each one communicating and saying like, "Well, I'll build this, you build this." But
I mean, the issue
Yeah.
here for me is that like that's one way to play SimCity, and that's totally valid.
yeah,
But to have that at, you know, and to sacrifice like a more solitary
Yeah, I don't want to play
style of SimCity play, which I think is the way most people intend, or
I'm still even having a problem accepting that.
I'm okay with the concepts here, with the multiplayer stuff. It's the part where now I'm running 2 cities and I don't want to.
Yeah.
I want one big city that does it all.
That really just no sandbox, like just big old.
Well, there's a separate sandbox mode if you just want to turn off the money and like disable yourself from the leaderboards. You can play that way too.
I just want to sprawl.
But yeah, this being confined to this small space sucks. It's a real bummer. And
that's weird.
Also, I suspect that like they probably could get into bigger cities, but man, this is running okay here. When I turn it up to high speed, at home, I think maybe it's a memory leak or something they'll need to work on. But at home, playing it for a long stretch, I got to a point where running in high speed in my other city. Let's go back over to
Delta
City here. But running at full speed over here turned it. It needs waste disposal. What are you talking about? That's not even true. Oh, maybe sewage. Anyway, we're running this city at high speed. I don't know if it was just the quality of the simulation is very CPU intensive or what, but it just ran at like 8 frames a second and ran like trash. And when you add in that extra blur effect, like the game began to look like a goddamn mess.
So this just makes me angry that they're using the reticulating splines and like leveling.
Yeah, and
whatever.
they use it every time. It's not this occasional reticulating splines. Remember that? It's like every time it's there.
But that's not even in the game that it's supposed to be in. There's no randomly generated maps on here.
Yeah,
that's.
Well, they're not using it. So I mean, you can kind of see it at high speed. You see it does
not run quite as well, which I think kind of speaks to the issue along with the road stuff of just general bugginess.
Yeah. Yeah,
and we're also
road stuff and also water stuff where, like I said, you can import water from other regions.
Yeah,
there's plenty of water in the region that should be available. It says that I'm at 0 here on this stuff, but there are still buildings that are for whatever reason not getting water, and I just went around and started dropping water wherever I could find a spot for water, and it's still having this issue.
And I mean, it's not like in past SimCities where you're dropping, water systems and stuff. Everything is linked to the roads. You put down a road, you have electricity, you have water, you have sewage,
the utilities and
all the utilities are
here's sewage. Gross.
God, that's great. That's the best thing I've seen so far.
Yeah.
Where's it all going? Where's your sewage
treatment plant? In the irradiated zone.
Yep. It's just gonna have a giant turd monster pop out of there.
So I completed a mission. The little. Where are they? There are not any currently.
No, there aren't any.
So there are these that are like oh god, we're all going to.
There's a mission. Yeah, so specific citizens will be like, hey.
So I'm not going to connect this to a freight rail terminal.
No thanks.
Because that doesn't fit with my city. I got my processor factory is going to go in over here. It got stomped by a large fire-breathing monster earlier.
Is that random or did you unleash that?
Yeah, it's random. Well, it's random and unskilled workers. Meanwhile, I've got a community college, which seems to be teaching a fair number of students, and I've got a university, and I've got a high school. Like I don't see why these workers are unskilled. None of these schools are full, so I'm not sure what. I don't know. Like it's the
What is it? Your advisors give you any kind of help?
Not on that sort of stuff. Here's an
Oh no.
Let's pop out of here and look at the game manual. Hopefully it's changed. Hopefully this has changed.
Has it changed?
This is not changed.
That's it. That's your manual.
Wait. Huh.
Here's the.
That's kind of a card.
Hit this button. Yeah.
What about the seizure warnings? How am I supposed to know?
I don't know.
Have a seizure. Play SimCity.
No, I don't wanna. So
it does have a tutorial, but it feels like the tutorial doesn't necessarily go deep enough into some things. We got widespread health issues. That makes sense. A lot of bad stuff in this city right now.
The frame rate's a bummer.
Yeah, the frame rate, because you want to run at full speed most of the time. Because I'm just trying to stack up money, so I can build more stuff.
Man, I really can't believe there's no. I'm sorry. There's no way to just say make a zone, and I want to fill this entire zone with city. That to me sounds so crazy.
Let's put an emergency center on here.
That's it. I like that animation though when you move stuff around.
Yeah, it snaps to areas here. You can kind of see where.
I want you to reticulate more spawns.
And then add some more ambulances here. This is how I got into trouble last time. A lot of people were complaining about crime, so I just started building fully upgraded police centers and stuff like that, and all of a sudden I was losing money like crazy. So people can be sick and like it as far as I'm concerned. You almost do a fireworks show. Might cause some fires, but I'll get 50,000.
Yeah.
I've done that before, and it ended terribly.
I've already won, apparently. I have less than 5 fires on it. Oh wait, no. Apparently I lost. I don't even know what just happened. What just happened?
Well, you're running at full speed, right? So
I am, but
should just
it
fly
doesn't.
by.
It's supposed to give you time to go put out said fires.
Yeah, the fireworks thing takes a little while to go.
I don't know, man. I don't even know what just happened.
And keep in mind, we are still playing.
These are pre-release servers. This city will go away later this week, I guess. But this is what they sent out and said, review this. So I'm assuming this is really close to, if not the very final version of the game. And we don't know how, like when they first sent out codes for it, the servers were down. You cannot play it at all if their servers are down. So if they have launch day issues, you will be keenly aware of it.
How about, can we go look at what Alex is doing in his city? You can spectate?
Sure.
But you just can't do anything.
Yeah, I can't do anything there, but we can go over here.
You gotta go load it in.
We can kind of see the last time he played, which apparently he is currently doing some stuff over here. Last played a minute ago.
You go get in there and high five him. A little mayoral high five.
Well, I can't. No, all I can really do is scroll around and look at stuff.
You're right. Every time it reticulates.
Yeah, every time reticulating spawns.
Yeah.
Like, no, I get it. That's a really good throwback, but you shouldn't have it here 100% of the time.
I just feel like unless you're, that always to me said we're doing some random shit you don't need to know about, not just loading. Like, when you hit generate, I feel like it should do that.
Well, they've misused the reticulating splines line time and time again since then. So I'm not. So Alex has used the curved road tool to
interesting use.
Try and go for something aesthetic.
A little baseball field-ish.
Yeah. So I am, I'm talking about theory here because I've been creating a lot of straight roads and stuff like that. But I created straight roads and followed the guides, which they say, if you want the most density in your city, follow the guidelines. So I followed the guidelines when placing roads. That leads me to believe that anyone doing this, creating their little mishmash city, is fucking up. And they're not only fucking up their city, they're fucking up the region.
And that's fucking you up, right?
Yeah. Because if he's not generating enough workers, if he's not generating enough medium density commercial, or like the needs get specific and kind of granular.
Yeah.
That if he's out here creating his pretty little city here where he wants his bedroom community and look at these little houses over here, fuck that, skyscrapers, baby, more of them. That's what this area needs. Not.
So can you? Is there any way to cut him off and choke him out?
No. Not that I've seen.
There's no city-state wars going on here.
So like my griefer's guide to SimCity is go join a bunch of public regions and then never play them.
That's it. Just grief through
because
inaction.
So it's because at some point you're trying to all contribute to play to build these great works. So we'll pop back out to the region view and go look at what's the start of this arcology. And I'm not slamming Alex. He's running a bunch of different cities. I think he just jumped into this one, and it was not his primary city, not his primary region. So
he's a busy man.
But that's another issue though, is that I think that's also a completely valid way to play SimCity.
Totally.
And if doing so is diminishing the experience of other players,
that's my guess. Again, that's
we don't have live servers. We don't really know.
You can't blow pollution onto them. Oh, look at that! Everybody.
Everyone's
get
polluted here.
So,
yes,
the arcology needs alloy. I have been generating alloy like crazy.
Yeah.
I started buying TVs.
Okay.
Because you need 60,000 crates of televisions to build an arcology. Everyone knows that.
What's an arcology?
Remember in SimCity 2000, it was the big old weird sphere. It was like the late game thing that a bunch of people could live in. It would replace residential blocks.
Okay.
So now it's a big old center thing.
Okay.
And so when the arcology gets built, it will be a great place for residential, leaving the rest of these cities to then specialize in industry and commercial options and schools and stuff like that. We might not need as much residential when this is done. And you have to be cleared to build these things by completing things in the region. So I eventually got cleared to build a really big solar plant here, or an international airport. There's also a space station.
Okay.
And stuff like that. And each one kind of brings different things to the region. So the space station, you would need, they're going to buy a lot of microchips. So your microchip factories would be cranking out stuff for that, I guess.
So what happens if you don't sign up? Do you not get the benefits of it?
Don't sign up for what?
It says like your one city.
No, I could turn off resources to it right now.
Yeah.
And stop shipping metal and TVs over there. I have no metal or TVs in this city, so I'm actually not doing anything here.
So like if Alex never contributed a resource, would he still get the benefit for the region?
Totally.
What?
Absolutely.
How long have you been at that for the allies? How long?
So I've played this game for about 15 hours coming in, and I had this city is delivering TVs. These guys worked on Alloy for probably about 5 hours
to get to this point
of being very Alloy focused.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
So let's pop out of this region and
Okay.
and go to create a new region.
When you're not playing a city in the same region, does the clock still go on it?
I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, you get the British set.
By now.
Yeah.
So you get 10 slots for 10 regions. You can be, I'm running multiple cities here, but it still only takes up one slot.
Okay.
I'll create so that we don't go ruin someone else trying to review this game and running into. So 3 cities, 1 great work, 5-1, 7-1, 16-1, or 16-4 rather. Oh, 2-1. So I guess that's the smallest one.
Okay, but you haven't seen a 1.
No. 16, what is that?
16-4.
16-4 and 16-4. So you can have 16-4.
Let's do one of these really big ones. I'm curious about this.
All right. What do you think about Titan Gorge or Discovery Delta?
I like Discovery Delta better.
All right. We can make it public. We can set it in sandbox. I haven't tried sandbox mode.
All buildings, limited cheats available without random disasters.
So it just lets you kind of just drop whatever you want.
I'll leave it as.
Let's just start. Let's start. What do we want to name the region?
Geez, I don't know.
I have a good region name.
Regina
I
region.
can't fit that all in.
That's good.
So here are our so we have different spots for great works, and we can kind of pick these regions and kind of it'll give you a description of kind of what's there. Oil, what's the wind like,
And again,
what
there's
connections does it have?
preset names for all of these. So that's Barleycorn Point.
But you can change your city.
Yeah, once you actually get in
once you
there.
drop a city hall, you can rename.
Okay.
You can rename
Right,
your
that's
city.
that's the thing.
This has got oil. It's got some water, which might be nice.
No water shortage there.
River
And what's the thing it doesn't have? Was that mineral?
Ore.
Okay.
and coal for mining, which that's fine. Mining,
It's a dirty business.
yeah, mining's dirty business, but it's got a lot of oil, and I haven't done any oil stuff
Okay.
yet. Well, not that we'll do any here, but we will probably not get far enough in to start dropping oil mining stuff.
High wealth.
Hey, reticulating splines.
Hey, look at it's calculating. It's generating.
Remember,
Reticulating
It's
splines.
generating
Remember the-
splines.
Hey,
I don't. What is this? Wind player? What's
right?
happening?
Yes, it is Winamp.
Winamp. That's what I meant.
Yeah. So here's our city size.
Is that seem relatively the same size?
This is totally the same size.
Okay, so no matter if I'm on 2 city or 16, the square footage is going to probably be the same.
Yeah, looks like it.
looks like it.
That's a shame.
Yeah. And like I said, I mean, with the performance issues that the game seems to have,
It might be necessary.
yeah, I can't imagine getting any bigger than this being
But
any
it's
better.
a serious issue because in the beta, like again, this is not normal play necessarily, but in the beta, people were able to completely fill these regions within the hour time limit. Now, granted, they hadn't reached the top, and there was a lot of stuff that was limited as far as access goes for types of buildings you could build, even types of roads you had access to, and so on and so forth. But it still strikes me as fucking small.
Well, it just seems like it seems like at some point you're just going to play these multi-region things by yourself and just min-max each city to be like, I'm an industrial pollution zone, and I'm the tourist, and I'm the commercial zone.
Well, Jeff, what's your communication options like?
You can pop this here and then type into this box. Like that.
Okay, so then...
So that'll let you communicate with anyone in the region, assuming that they are actually looking at that region wall. Which,
okay, and that's persistent.
Yeah.
Got it.
And it'll update you with what's going on in some of the other cities also. As you see, it's kind of... These events are popping up as well.
And you made a public game, right? So
yeah. But the game's not out yet, so
Sure.
this, you know...
Chances of someone joining this seem...
Slim.
It's not drawing. I feel like it should be drawing a guideline off of this street over here, but it is not. So we will instead go at it. Which guideline is the right one? Oh God.
Can you make trees?
Let's go out to that one. And we've got some residential interest here. Which way is the wind blowing?
Yeah,
Alright,
it's a great question.
So we want our residential.
SimCity.
Yeah, we want our residential or our industrial down there. So let's. You can zone kind of individually spots like this, or you can hold down control and just do the
Phil.
whole zone.
Oh,
That's
word.
a smart move.
And zoning is free, so you just kind of do your thing.
Can you just zone this entire? If you hold down control, will it zone?
No, you can only zone along roads.
Alright.
So.
But if you built that whole perimeter road, would it zone the entire area?
It looks like as long as there's not a left turn.
Yeah. So
That's
I
nice.
could zone this whole spot here.
I didn't know you could do that. That's nice. Zoom in. Let's watch them build those houses.
Look at those moving trucks. I have no job. That guy's got a lot of cars.
He must be rich.
Yeah. Good houses. It's a nice place to live. That's it.
Yeah, I got a little frontage road off the freeway, and then some houses.
Now make just giant smokestacks.
Well, there's no industrial demand yet. They're looking for commercial right now. So
Target.
So yeah, so it's one of those things where he could zone for industrial, but if there's no demand for it, nothing's going to get built.
it might not happen. So let's go here. Oop.
Oh. No.
Yeah, so you don't have to build at right angles.
Can you snap to?
And you can see
It'll snap to these grid points. You can turn off the guides if you like.
and you can see right next to the advisor there are all these different kinds
see,
of
yeah.
grid tool or
Yeah.
road tools that you can use to.
I don't see that. Here's an example.
Roads overlapping.
What does that mean?
Or are you choosing a different kind of road than you have coming into town?
It doesn't matter. It'll shrink down to a dirt road, or it'll shrink down to the smallest road possible if you want.
Huh. And you're starting obviously from the right
Oh.
spot. Oh, no, you're cool.
Apparently he wasn't.
Oh, no, you lost it. No, you're
So I'm
cool.
hitting shift to try and get it to snap to the grid, but I want it to snap to the grid, and it's not overlapping with anything. It's lying. It's lying.
Oh.
But it'll still kind of snap to the center anyway, so I don't need to hold shift down to actually make it happen.
Yeah.
I just need to extend this far enough to
You just would have liked it.
not
if
have
it
to
worked.
rebuild it later. Yeah, yes, I would like it more if it worked. You're right. That's yes, 100%.
So, like you were saying, that road obviously wider. Plan ahead for your avenues.
Yeah.
Well, it looked like over on the.
Roads overlap.
Yeah, oh man. Oh.
Oh, you know, it's snapping me to here because this is the game's default road that you cannot bulldoze.
Oh.
And so it counts this snap between its road and my road as an intersection.
Oh.
And so it won't let me create here.
Because you can't be too close to another intersection.
Sure. Otherwise, it'll fuck it all up.
But this isn't even an intersection.
Yeah.
It's
It's a joint.
Forget it. No on ramp. No way to access that road. Walk it.
That's right.
Whatever, you're connected down there.
Yeah,
You've got your
connected.
frontage.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Well, we'll get
Make
some
a park.
I wanted to put commercial closer to the main road.
So it seemed like before when you pulled up that menu on the right, they're just hiding tons and tons of information, like all the crap, the graphs and crime and all that stuff is just a layer or two deep.
Yeah.
Power.
You need it.
I need it.
Steal somebody else's power.
There's no one else.
Oh,
that's
no.
the you know, with this.
But you could build a town that's just power, and then import power.
Well, yeah. I mean, it would have a trouble making money on its own if it was just power, but you can gift money to other regions. So theoretically, you could just dump your money into this other region and just make power there. I don't know why this is. Draw the road. Just draw the road.
No.
We'll put wind out here for now.
So like this part here, it doesn't seem like when you're here and you're doing this, I could be like, all right, this looks maybe big enough. But then when you're in your other city, it seemed like you had filled it up with the big skyscrapers immediately.
Yeah, it didn't take long, and I really like this part of it where I'm kind of building a city fresh, but taking a city from like all the way zoned out to then squeezing every last bit of density out of it.
Kinda sucks.
I haven't had any fun with that. So, yeah.
And you're losing a little bit up there to the water, nothing to do up there.
Yep. I mean, I can put stuff up here.
But you can't landfill.
No, I don't think so.
And you also can't put anything where there's not road.
Right. So I can't even put anything out here right now.
Where there's
Even
not
though this
what?
is where the water
Road.
is. Yeah,
Oh,
you need road.
Oh,
Everything,
I
everything
see.
has to be attached to road.
Okay.
So we'll extend it because that's where the water was. We only need a little water pump now. We don't necessarily need anything too crazy. Oh, is that rail?
That's rail.
Oh no! Well, back it up. Is that just like from another region? I'm sorry, from another place in the region?
No, well, rail travels throughout the region and connects areas.
Okay.
So you can build commuter rail and stuff that'll let people get from one city to the other, and that sort of thing. But right now we're just gonna drop water here.
Nice.
All right.
Now everyone's all, I need water, and then they'll have water.
So it'll kind of tutorialize you a little bit through like how to edit buildings and stuff like that. So this is maybe more money than we need to spend right now, and now we're losing money. Great, great. I should probably do some more zoning then.
Means you need to do more zoning.
Let's just build a little bit of industry right here.
Oh no.
A little bit of pollution for now.
Oh no.
See, this house already gone abandoned. They're already like, fuck this, I'm out.
What happened?
But that's a commercial, so that's a store, right?
Yeah. No power. So I took too long to get power going.
Oh wait, so people won't move into abandoned places?
No, you have to manually bulldoze it to get it to regenerate.
Weird.
And as long as you have abandoned buildings, they become more likely to start fires and crime.
Oh, so you just want to be on it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, so at some point in that other city with that radioactivity and all that other stuff, which I hope goes away eventually, or whatever. This is not a real... all these are getting wiped soon anyway, so I'm just going to free myself of that issue.
Is there a year counter? Like,
it'll say in the recent transactions, it'll say like month, year one. It'll say like
okay.
March, year one, March,
Okay.
year two.
But not like
it's not
2013?
no.
Alright.
Not that I've seen anyway.
It does not take place in the far-flung future
no, I
of
was
2013.
yeah, if you wait like 25 years, do you not need roads or something anymore? Just flying cars?
No, it doesn't seem like there's any technology upgrade aspect to it. Let's. This will make these people happy if I put town hall right here. They'll be like, "Hey, cool."
Oh, psyched.
Yeah.
The mayor's here.
And now I can name the city
Washtub Fields.
like Washtub City.
Oh man, Washtub Crib. I hate that they changed the name of the city. Oh, I'm moving.
Guys at the pizza place are pretty stoked.
That guy's pretty stoked.
Screw it. Live everywhere. We'll bulldoze it later.
I built a city and made the mistake of just drawing a single great big road through the middle of town and just laying a bunch of
Stuff on either side.
I was in a pinch and I needed to zone and I didn't have any other roadways and that was there, so I'm like, I'm just gonna zone for residential here, and it turned into a terrible.
This is not a great place to put this because it's going to create ground pollution. But the people need sewage, so we're putting a
And
we're
now
putting
these
a
people
fat
that-
outflow pipe
And the
back
people-
into these homes.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Those folks are not going to be super happy about that.
Oh whatever.
There
They
goes the
choose to
poop.
live there, right?
There
Maybe
goes the poop.
Exactly. Then don't move in.
Yeah. You get what you pay for.
Don't eat.
That's right.
All right, now make the monster appear. Not approved. You don't have a approved disaster. Is that zombies?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Look at that. That's not Bowser.
No, it's not Bowser. So he'll show up and trample buildings and turn them into rubble. Thankfully, leaves your roads intact, which I thought was nice of them.
Yeah, that is kind of nice of them.
Oh, he's headed in the direction of the power plant. That's
That
gonna, yeah,
sucks.
that's gonna be a bummer.
It takes
for
it down
these
pretty
guys.
quickly.
Yeah. So
Did he leave any radiation?
I don't think so.
Do military come to like fight him or?
No, he dies. He just eventually crawls into the ground, and that's that.
Oh, that's it? He's done?
It's not a very big city.
Yeah, there's really not much else he could do.
Yeah.
He got bored.
But it seems like he'll spawn in an area of the city and then just head in a direction and then get to that spot and die. In my other city, it seems like he always heads to the garbage dump and then tries to eat the garbage and then dies.
Ah, is that good then?
Well, I mean, it depends on where he spawns. Because the garbage dump's at the very corner of the map, so there's a lot of things for him to trample on the way there.
Does that mean you don't have to worry about disposing of that garbage?
I don't know.
All right, what are zombies? What happens with the zombies? How long does that last?
Let me rebuild the power plant
Is
here because
is giant lizard a feasible waste management system?
I like it.
That's what I want to know.
all right, we got power again.
Ah,
Stop the blackouts.
Let's wait for them to rebuild slightly.
and then zombify it.
Yeah. But yeah, as you can see here, there's like not approved. You have to unlock certain achievements in order to inflict
Whatever that is.
this stuff on your city, whatever it is, fires. I don't know.
Hey, gas station.
We got gas stations, we got tasty burgers, we got secondhand stores, taco shops, got a bunch of nice little homes there at that makeshift cul-de-sac.
Pizza place, donuts.
City Hall. It's a sleepy little burg.
I like it.
Let's fill it with zombies.
All right.
Oh no!
Cannot use during daytime. That's right. I forgot. The zombies only come at night. Let's run full speed. And I don't know.
Build some more roads.
Build a road.
Let's get some more infrastructure
some
here.
more
Let's
zoning
build some more residential so we have more people to zombify.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the residential and industrial colors didn't mess you up at all? Once you're zoned, you're fine?
No, yeah. I knew where I was zoning stuff.
Yeah.
And I knew that I would not put residential, and under normal circumstances, I would not put residential and
Sure.
industrial right next to each other. But yeah, these two colors look identical. to me.
Yeah, they really look similar. But
When I zoom in like this, like, okay, there's a slight difference.
yeah.
But not
Right.
one that is useful from a gameplay.
Those colors are
perspective.
different. I want to say there's a colorblind mode in this.
Huh.
Let's. I mean, this is a.
No.
What's the video capture? Is it you can capture videos of your city and put them up on YouTube?
I don't know. I guess.
Thought bubbles, edge scrolling.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Nope, nothing in here. That would be there.
That would appear to be it, unless there's a. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Nice.
Colorblind option optimized.
Let's see what happens. Whoa.
Yeah. Those look different.
Yeah, that's better.
But everything else looks like shit now.
Well, they had to drain all of the other color out so you could make.
Right.
Well, there are also like two other colorblind optimization
Okay.
options.
Maybe this is one just for the RCI stuff.
But you're not wrong. That does kind of look like shit.
Yeah, we don't like that one.
This is fine for me.
Yeah, I can see it,
But-
but that blue looks weird. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think, like you said, like you
But
know
the
where
rest
you're
of
building.
it, this looks gross
Yeah.
out here. Everything out here looks gross.
That's really funny.
What?
Just it looks nominally different to me.
Ah!
What is
that?
this? Is
That
this is
looks
not-
okay. This one's not right. This one's something.
Also,
wrong.
it doesn't fix the issue here because these.
No, but
Oh god! But now the other one.
they've changed the blue. This must be
Oh, God.
This must be
Now,
for blue.
now I can't tell blue.
Yeah. No, I think they're just changing for different types.
No,
of
I'm saying
blindness.
like the green and the blue now look almost identical to me.
You're colorblind.
No! I never knew.
Wait, so you can just put all those different filters? What are the filters besides the colorblind stuff? Can I make it black and white? Can I live in old-timey SimCity? Oh,
sepia toned.
Oh, man.
Orange and
Vintage
gray.
film noir.
juicy.
Film noir.
Juicy.
I bet film noir is
You
it.
know what, juicy?
I want a nice juicy city.
You should really.
This
be
is a
able,
pretty juicy city.
you should really just be able to preview these.
What's
Yeah, what's happening?
what's
What to do?
different?
The color saturation's been cranked the fuck up.
No, it's juicy.
all right?
It is definitely that is a juicy city.
Gross.
What's platinum? Oh yeah. Welcome to my city, gentlemen.
Oh,
That's not usable anymore.
That's what it looks
By
like.
anyone.
that
Wait.
doesn't look. I don't see any zoning at all on any of
I can
residential areas.
I can kind of see the
Wait, what's changed? I don't
industrial.
understand. I don't get it. What are you guys talking about?
I want to see film noir.
All right.
They put a grain on it.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Where is it? Oh, there.
Ooh, I kind of like this.
Oh, that looks. Again, like having, like they should color the zoning the same colors.
Yeah.
and,
Considering all the other
like
interface stuff.
having this other stuff still be in color, but
Yeah.
then the zoning like that's a bug, right? That's a bug.
No, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It seems like they're just their rendering engine or whatever. Just putting
Like
filters.
yeah,
on.
like the
But like that,
like
the fact
having
that
the
that's color.
having this not be color,
Yeah, that's
having
a
this
problem,
not be
right?
color.
That's a problem.
Like this is the stuff that
How about
you
your
need
radiation
to play the game.
right?
That's neat idea, silly implementation.
Yeah. Oh well. Thank you for pointing that out, though. It's cool to know. It's
But
there.
I don't know that I would play with that on because
No.
it wasn't a huge gameplay problem for me, and the ground and everything else looks so terrible,
Spotty and gross.
like just gross on those
Yeah.
other settings that I probably wouldn't play that
But
way.
good for them for somebody thinking about it. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
colorblind awareness.
that's right. That campaign we started.
All right, it's 9:40 p.m. Slow down and zombify.
All right, I don't think that counts as nighttime yet.
What?
But there
now
it
it's
goes.
light time.
All right.
Now.
Wow,
The nighttime is the right time.
Sunset pretty late in old. What is this? Washtub attic?
Washtub City.
Washtub City.
Duh.
Is that it? It is zombies.
I don't know.
You have to-
I pushed the button like
Do you, have
3
to,
times.
do you have to now click in the city somewhere?
No. Oh, maybe.
Oh no! Oh Jesus!
The citizens tried to kill the zombies.
Citizens are all armed, by the way,
Really?
as they should be.
Man.
Armed societies,
I'm
polite society.
trying to wrap my mind around like what Maxis is saying about its political views
Yeah.
with this game.
I don't know. Arr,
Like, is
arr.
it just like this real hardcore libertarian
I don't know.
street?
Yeah,
going
there are no
through?
cops in this town yet, so there's no law enforcement.
It looks like a cop.
Nope, those are just people. Those are
Is it
citizens.
vigilante?
These are just people with guns
This guy dressed up as a cop.
taking care of biz out in front of the cheap food, dumping.
What the zombies are just glowy?
Yeah. Well, you know, it looks like they're infecting people. So,
So they run around for a while, and a few buildings become abandoned as a result. But that's really the only.
What's the upside?
there is no upside to
No,
monsters.
it's a
Oh,
disaster.
the monster
for a
ate the
They're
trash.
disasters.
Are they going to eat the mayor? I don't know. I've never seen them descend upon City Hall. But this lasts until the sun comes up.
Yeah, the gunshots. Just,
This part's great. This
Yeah.
is nicely
I mean,
dramatically
you'll
done.
see bank robberies and dudes like get shot and go down
Yeah.
and
Really?
stuff. They'll get back up, and I think
Uh.
that's how they justify it to themselves. That it's, oh, look at this horrible depiction of gritty, realistic
Yeah.
crime by these teensy little people
oh, you got me.
that talk in Simlish.
Oh, I think Mayor.
Closed.
There's
Now
that.
hiring a town hall. Town hall closed because everyone got eaten. Yay, fireworks!
Those aren't fireworks, sweetie.
Yeah,
Well,
that building's abandoned now.
so you can't, oh jeez. Zombies do not get on zombie trains and travel to other cities.
I don't think so. but I don't know for sure.
And then once something is zoned, even if you have to bulldoze something or whatever, it stays that way.
It stays zoned. So, I mean, I can de-zone over here. So
Yeah.
But even that won't bulldoze the buildings. It'll just stop the buildings from increasing in density.
Oh, really?
Wonder if there's some kind of hack in there somewhere. And they're just pouring out of City Hall.
And I guess any garbage that is in a house when you bulldoze it will become ground pollution if you bulldoze it.
Can you select, like, well, let's call it whip select for bulldozing?
I could bulldoze multiple areas by holding down control.
Oh,
Zombies crumble from sunlight.
no.
We made it.
But man, they pretty much got everyone.
Well, there are no cops, so there's no organized effort that can stop zombies,
Is there anything else to do in SimCity?
Oh, everyone's just their willingness to build fresh here. Of just last night there was a zombie attack, but
Houses are cheap here,
We're
man.
moving in.
there aren't any houses. They had to destroy them all.
It's construction
I'll
contractors.
do it.
Is there a moving out, or are those just trucks? People
Those are trucks moving in.
All right.
We're almost back earning money. There we go.
In the green.
So yeah, every hour you get that much money, and time moves over here. Oh, there you go. There's March year 1. There's your.
Oh, great.
You can also get into city specialization over here. So this is where you'll get cleared to get into gambling or tourism. This is where I think a lot of their DLC or a lot of like the pre-order bonus was like get more realistic objects because they're real. It's real, man.
That's real.
Remember that?
Yeah.
From history.
Yeah.
You can get into microchips and consumer electronics factories.
Can you do them all?
Not you won't have enough room to do it all well, I don't think. So oil drilling. Need more industry in town before you can do any of that. Ore mining, coal mining.
Same thing.
Metals.
Fracking.
I've not seen any fracking. So yeah, there's a lot of there are a lot of options and I feel like a lot of it scratches that kind of SimCity itch in some pretty good ways. And I mean, I spent most of the weekend sitting around playing this and mostly enjoying it, but all the little things add up.
Yeah.
To a lot of kind of substantial stuff, and there's kind of just no getting past like the size city. Like fundamentally, this is a different game than the previous SimCities because of the region stuff and the city view, and I think those are interesting ideas. I just don't know that I agree.
Oh, is that somebody else there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know either. Like building multiple cities not the same as just kind of expanding. Even
It
if
definitely isn't. Yeah.
Even if it's like artificial and the land size were just as big as this, it feels different with the border around your city,
Yeah. So here we have someone from GameSpot over here has jumped in and started building the city.
Destroy a city.
I can't.
It's coming there.
I can't. I can
Make a zombie.
I can look at all the areas, but I can't even. There isn't even a disasters button here.
Can you like go inside the city hall and look at awards or something?
Nope. I
Anything
can see
kinda
progress
fun?
to the next upgrade, and that's about it.
Wow.
Inefficient zoning right here. What is this? Who would do this?
It's a park. Some green
Crazy
space.
person. Who would? What? A green space.
Yeah, but all that has to be attached to
Yeah, you actually
frontage.
you build parks, but the parks have to be attached to roads also. So you draw a cross of roads through here, and then put your parks at the corners or something like that.
But that stuff.
That sort of zoning could also allow them to build bigger things in that
right,
space as
exactly.
time
Yeah,
goes
like
on.
the city hall and stuff like that will, as you get add-ons for university and stuff like that, will
plop it
take
down.
up more than the guidelines, the road guides.
But even for this
say.
just being a zone for what is this? That's all commercial there. Looks like.
No, this is all residential here, and then
I mean, in that
here's
little
some commercial over
that
here.
little group right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saying the shops will get bigger and expand?
Well, depending on how you build your city, they can.
But if it's not zoned, they won't reach into it, will they?
No, but it's zoned. What I'm saying is like everything inside that circle is zoned.
Is it? Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh, I thought it had
But
to
the
be.
buildings will never grow in such a way that it'll take up this space, which
Depends.
is why the road guides are the way they are.
It depends. Like with industrial stuff, they'll get huge.
Really? Because every indication that the game has given has said, do not zone this way. It has said, like, draw your... Well, it won't even give us road guides here, but it has been very specific about, like, it's going to draw these road guides, and the guides are there because that's how big the buildings get.
That's the maximum, or that's the most efficient?
Yeah, and then this is the most efficient way to build. So, and I've never run into a situation where, like, this looks like it's about 2 zones here. Like, you know, I would put a road through the middle of this, and then this area would be kind of your... the indication it has given me, and again, this is only 15 hours, and, you know, I've achieved maximum density across everything, so I guess maybe I'm wrong, but the game has not given any indication that there's any reason to do this. Other than aesthetic reasons.
Right.
Or if you want to, you know, if you have a garbage dump or something that is going to be bigger than this area here.
Right.
But like your
certain...
RCI zones don't seem like they actually grow that way. I don't know.
It's a lot of big roads.
There are 2 lanes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's just sidewalks.
That's the medium density, I think.
Sidewalks come with roads?
Yeah.
That's nice.
And you have to put bus stops down on your roads and stuff.
But first, you have to have a bus depot.
Yeah, you have to build a bus depot first. And
Whatever, man. Not having to run water pipe, that's great.
right. If
I
only- but
agree.
the part where the water doesn't.
Sure.
Part where I ran into whatever I'm running into with the water, and again, if that's an issue that if that's an issue with me, the game is really bad at telling me that. Because it says, like, all these graphs say water good. All these buildings say, give me
Water.
some fucking water.
Water bad.
But there are a lot of cases where the reporting is behind the actuality. So, like, if you drop a police station and it opens, they'll still say, oh, there's so much crime. You know, it takes a little bit for them to catch up. But I let it sit for kind of a while after dropping a bunch of water in there, and it never changed. So, I don't know, man.
Low-tech factory.
All I know is that stuff's a bummer, and the lack of good instruction or something popping up and saying, hey, here's what you're doing wrong, if it is, in fact, not a bug.
I'm going to be really curious to see this game at launch. Really curious to see like how much it resembles this. Obviously, there are things fundamentally here we've talked about today that are not going to change. But I'd be curious to see if they can keep servers running.
Yeah.
Like, with that being such a critical part
This is
here.
Diablo-esque in that, like I said, you can't even create a city if the servers are not up. So
I'll be
you can't
curious
even
to
launch
see.
the game if the servers are not
I'll
up.
be curious to see what they learn from how people actually play this game, and if they are smart enough to
To have accounted for
or
stuff,
to adjust to it.
Yeah. I would like to think they've done enough testing to have a good sense of how people will play it.
Being online all the time, you didn't have to bring over a save or anything. It just
Nope,
you just
it's
boot
all
up the
server
game?
side. Just log in and go.
That's the power of Origin, Vinny.
That is the power of Origin.
Yep.
I think. I think
they integrate your Origin friends list in game and stuff. Like it's all kind of right there, which that stuff seems well made, unless you have some weird moral opposition to Origin, which is kind of silly at this point. But hey, live your life.
Hey, if they can keep the servers up and running.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
SimCity, huh?
SimCity.
There we go. Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah,
guys.
I'm definitely still gonna check this out.
Yeah, and I'm curious to kind of see what the shipping game is like. It's probably going to be a lot like this, but
After seeing the demo,
they'll get some patches out that'll fix some of that stuff.
pretty shocked about the city size thing. Pretty shocked.
The city size is going to continue to be a bummer.
Yeah. Like I said, I wish I didn't know. I wish it was just water on all sides of that. And it's like, that's the size.
Right. If this just existed in a void, but they're like, no, you're connected to all this other stuff. You're like, well, let me build out there. Like, there's a literally just empty space right there.
Yeah. Well, when Jeff, you had your other city, I think it was Delta City, just built up, industrialized to the very edge, and then just grass.
Yeah.
It just looked weird. So at least like tile it out with like, I don't know, some suburban sprawl or something.
Yeah.
Build it.
Can't. Not approved for anything.
Yeah. Space Center.
So this comes out Tuesday, March the 5th, right?
Yep.
It's
I
$60
believe in this case. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And then there's like some deluxe edition that'll come with more monuments or something like that. And I don't know.
For 80.
There's a bunch of different stuff, and they're already advertising like buy the British City Pack and all this other stuff.
I think
so
that was in
don't
the
know.
deluxe version.
Okay.
If I'm not, I could be mistaken, but I looked at it. And
You know, they've done a ton of add-on stuff with The Sims. They are still releasing updates for Sims 3.
Yeah, they just released like a university pack.
University life.
And also selling stuff kind of microtransaction style on top of that. So I'm, you know, with the way people play The Sims and the way people gravitate towards that content, I would not be shocked to see a ton of stuff like that here too. So, yeah, SimCity.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank
I
you.
hate that I like it so much. Ultimately, that's the real problem. See ya.